YouTube. How we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo. And this is another episode of YoHoops. I go through every NBA game every day. Today's Saturday, October 25th, and we have a 5-game NBA card. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts, let you know which sides I like, and stick around, because I'll let you know my highlighted play of the day. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's recap. Recapping yesterday, we cashed our highlighted play of the day. We took the New York Knicks laying 3.5 points against the Boston Celtics. It's like I told you guys, with the Celtics this short-handed, all of their rivals are coming for their necks. Boston actually had an impressive fourth quarter, but they trailed by 17 going in, so we had some room. Brunson looked good. Karl Anthony Towns dropped 26 and 13. I like what I saw from New York. Final score was 105-95 Knicks. Overall, it was a really good day for me, 9-3 on the 12-game card. Lighter slate today. Let's get back in that win column and keep the momentum rolling. Without further ado, let me get into today's games. In our first matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls in Orlando taking on the Orlando Magic. Magic are minus 235 on the money line, and the total is 233. The Magic come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, but no travel as they remain at home in Orlando. The game yesterday against the Hawks went down to the final buzzer, so all of Orlando's stars played 33-plus minutes. They're a younger team, so it shouldn't affect them too much, but something to keep in mind. The Magic are now 0-2 against the spread to start the season. The books are kind of taking a stand here, having them lay 6 points. They've been a great home cover team over the last couple years, but if you think back, that's because they play suffocating defense. For as many times as we've cashed with the Magic at home, we've cashed the under. The Bulls offense did look sharp in game 1, but I don't think that's sustainable, especially against defenders with size. We should see a dogfight tonight, with the final score being something like 117-107 Orlando. I'm taking the Bulls and Magic under 233 as my first selection of the evening. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Charlotte Hornets in Philadelphia taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers are minus 185 on the money line, and the total is 237.5. This is a tough one for me because I like what I saw from both teams in game 1. I like the grit I saw from Philly in that comeback win against the Celtics. I will say, though, I was more concerned with Boston than I was impressed with Philly. The Hornets came out and got a 19-point win in their first game, but they were playing the Nets. We should find out more about which team's legit tonight, but I'm going to lean towards it being the Hornets. LaMelo and Brandon Miller have always been a dangerous backcourt when healthy, and in my opinion, Joel Embiid is broken. He was literally taking away from what Philly was trying to do in game 1. I think later in the season, we see the usual locker room issues for the Sixers. I'd rather just be on the other side of that. We're taking the Hornets plus the 4.5 points as our next selection. Let's move. In our next matchup, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder in Atlanta taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Thunder are minus 280 on the money line, and the total is 237.5. The Hawks come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, flying from Orlando back home to Atlanta. Just based on the rest factor, I can see why the Thunder are 7-point favorites, but at the same time, the books are getting a little greedy with their lines. OKC's 0-2 against the spread, and they've got Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Joe, Alex Caruso, and Kasem Wallace on the injury report. Chet and Kasem are both game time decisions, but that's still not a good look. I'm not necessarily trying to fade OKC in this spot, so same as the Lakers game yesterday, I'm isolating this one to a player prop. With all these injuries on OKC and a tired Hawks team that already barely plays defense, who do you think's dropping 40? We're taking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning MVP, to score 32.5 points. In our next matchup, we have the Indiana Pacers in Memphis taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are minus 120 on the money line, and the total is 238. The Grizzlies come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, but no travel as they remain at home in Memphis. They got their asses kicked last night, a 32-point loss to the Heat. That's obviously a bad sign, but at the same time, their stars all played 20 minutes or less. I expect Memphis to be more or less at full strength, but I just don't think that's enough in this matchup. The Pacers are going to have that fire under them all season. You were one game away from calling yourself NBA champs. Saturday night in Memphis is going to feel like a game 7. They took the Thunder to double overtime and got the cover in their first game. I think we trust them to find a win against the lesser team. Years ago, Ja Morant moved the needle for me, but in 2025, what's he going to do? Drop 26 points? We're taking Indiana on the money line. You can find it for even money as our highlighted selection of the evening. Let's move. In our last and final matchup, we have the Phoenix Suns in Denver taking on the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets are minus 850 on the money line, and the total is 234. Phoenix comes into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, flying from LA to the Mile High City. They got absolutely slaughtered last night by the Clippers, a 27-point loss. Even worse, a lot of their main guys played close to 30 minutes. I don't love what I've seen from Denver so far, but this is a really bad spot for Phoenix. You're on no rest in elevation, and your only real scorer is Devin Booker. Take him out of the equation, game's over before tip-off. We're taking the Nuggets laying the 13 points as our last and final selection. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Finally back in that win column yesterday with our highlighted play. We were really close to the 12-game sweep. Still early, so nothing to brag about. Let's keep that momentum rolling and start a streak today. I appreciate the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Yo! And until the next one, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.